We'll wait some time, 2 minutes, more 1 minute, and we'll start. Okay. Okay, let's start. I hope you all know what were we doing, right? We were doing probability, right, guys? Chalo, let's start. Uh, is my voice and video all clear? Yes or no, guys? Give me a thumbs up if it's clear. Yeah. So today we'll be doing the addition theorem of probability. This is nothing new. If you remember some set of formula that is exactly the same we are going to use here. I hope you know the basics of probability. That is what we did in the last lecture. So yeah, let's look at the addition theorem. What that it says that this is a Venn diagram. I hope you understand. It says that P of A union B is equals to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Now I know hope you remember this in sets. We used to say N of A union B is equals to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. This can easily be understood by looking at this Venn diagram. What is meant by A union B? A union B means this whole part. So if we want to get this whole part, what we need to do? We need to add A and B. So if I add A and B, if you noticed this part got added twice. That means we have to subtract it one time. Now what is this part? This part is A intersection B. So therefore we subtracted one time to get the formula. I hope you know this. This is basically the addition theorem of probability. So we can extend this to three sets. Set A, B, and C. Or here, as we can speak, event A, B, and C. So what the formula looks like is this. P of A union B union C is P of A plus P of B plus P of C. Correct? Minus A intersection B, B intersection C, C intersection A. And lastly, plus A intersection B intersection C. So this is the extended version of the addition formula. Let's see what we have next. Many a times in probability, the cards questions are very famous. What is meant by card questions? Playing cards. I hope you have all played cards, not Uno. Uno is a different. There are many card games. The official cards, the 52 cards are there and so. So let us quickly see the distribution of this 52 cards. So the 52 playing cards. Out of this, we have 26 red and 26 black. In 26 red, we have further divided into two, right? The diamonds and the heart. I hope you know how the diamond look like. It's like a diamond, right? And the second is the hearts. Heart means heart shape, correct? Next, in yeah, in black we have 13 spades. Spades look like this, a leaf you can say, right? Leaf it is. And we have clubs. Clubs look like a clover. I hope you know the clover, 3-leaf clovers and all. We also have 4-leaf clovers. So 13 clubs, 13 spades, total 26 black cards, 13 hearts, 13 diamonds, total 26 red cards. Now, 13 diamonds are divided into this. Not the diamonds, all of the cards are divided into this. As we all know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and J, Q, K, and A. Similarly, 13 hearts, 13 spades, and 13 clubs. Now, I hope you all got the gist of what are the cards. I hope you already know. Many of you all must be playing the cards with your siblings or your cousins when you get together at an event and all. So let us move forward and see the question on how the question comes. Let us understand and read the question. Read it with me, guys. In an experiment of drawing a card from a pack. Now, this is an experiment. So, a pack has 52 cards. I want to draw one card. So, this is the first statement from which I got the sample space. From 52 cards, I drew one card, which is 52C1, which is 52. Next, what is next? The event of getting a spade is denoted by A. So, event A is getting spade and getting a pictured card. Pictured card means king, queen, or jack. Usually, they will not give what is meant by a pictured card because, as you can see, only king, queen, and jack have pictures on their card. Rest, all of them have the numbers, right? So, I hope you remember. So, B is getting a pictured card. We have to find probabilities of A, B, A intersection B, and yeah. So, what is N of A, guys? Spade. How many spades are there? There are 13 spades. So out of those 13, we want one, drawing a card. 13C1, which is 13. Now, what is N of B, guys? Getting a pictured card. How many pictured cards are there? 3 in every 13. So we have 4 decks. Oh, sorry, 4 decks, 4 spades, clubs, hearts, and diamonds. So each of them have 3 pictured cards. So total pictured cards will be 12. So out of those 12, we want one, which is 12. So what is P of A, guys? P of A is N of A upon N of S, which is 1 by 4. What is P of B? P of B is N of B upon N of S. Hmm. If I divide 52, 26, right? So 6 by 26, 3 by 30. A intersection B. What is meant by A intersection B, guys? Getting spade and getting pictured card. So spade B we want and pictured card B we want. That means in spade we want a pictured card. So in spade, what we have? 3 pictured cards. So out of 3, we want to select one, which is 3C1, which is 3. So probability of A intersection B will be 3 by 52. Correct? And lastly, we want to find P of A union B. What is the formula of P of A union B? P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So P of A, 13 by 52. I am not using this because at the end we have to take the LCM. That's why I use this because every time the LCM will be 50. That's why I'm using this. Plus P of B 12 by 52 minus P of A intersection B, 3 by 52. So 22 by 52. That means 11 by 26. This is my answer. All of the answers we got. Okay, guys. If it's clear, give me a thumbs up. All good, guys. Come on, guys. Okay. Let's see the next question. Here, I'll let you try this. I hope you can try it because we know sets. We know what is meant by B minus A. So it is, I'll give you a hint. Try to draw a Venn diagram and then you can easily get the answer. Come on, I'll give you a minute to solve. Let's see who gets the answer. Come on, guys. Try to draw the Venn diagram here. If I draw the Venn diagram here, you will easily get. Chalo, let me try. Uh, okay. There are two events. That means we'll need two sets. So I'll draw set A and set B. So this is set A, this is set B. A intersection B. Okay, time to use some colors. We'll use blue. A intersection B. Next we'll use red. B minus A. B minus A is this part, guys. We want to find P of B. Green. P of B is the entire this circle. So what is did you notice? We just have to add blue and red to get the entire circle. So if I add blue and red, I'll get P of B as 3 by 25 plus 8 by 25, which is 11 by 25. Option, yeah, A. Correct, guys. If you know the Venn diagram, it becomes very simple. That's why I always say I try to relate these problems on probability of addition theorem with sets. Many of the times you'll let directly get the answer. Let's see the next one. Last time we studied complement of an event. And we also know that P of A plus P of A complement is always 1. Please mark it. Right? So we'll use a formula here. The addition formula always. What is P of A union B? P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. What is P of A union B? 0.65. I can write P of A as 1 minus P of A complement. Similarly, I can write P of B as 1 minus P of B complement minus. What is P of A intersection B? It is 0.15. So We'll plot 0.15 here, so 0.65 plus 0.15. 0.8 is equals to 1 plus 1, 2. I'll take minus common. P of A complement plus P of B complement. So if I take this on the left hand side, I'll get P of A complement plus P of B complement equals to 2 minus 0.8, which is 1.2. Simple. Correct? You just have to remember the complement of an event. What is complement of an event? That the event does not occur. Complement of A does not occur. Correct, guys? Let's see what we have the next question. Now, this is where most of you all get confused because of the language. Let me simplify it for you all. Neither A nor B. So I can write not A and not B. Please remember this because many a times neither nor questions come. Right? Neither nor. What is meant by neither nor? It is meant by not and not. So neither A nor B will be not A and not B. And we know what is meant by and. And means intersection from sets. So yeah. Find the probability that we have to find two things, guys. I'm waiting because I hope you are trying. Right? Please take your pen and book, start trying because we have very less time, right? January में तो अपना JEE mains है. So फटाफट you must practice as much as possible every day as possible. So I hope you have the pen and book. And also while we are at it, let me remind you that your application form I hope you have submitted for JEE mains when January attempt, your date has been extended till 4th December. So if anyhow, I hope none of you are left with your form. But if any one person is left also, we have been application has been extended till 4th December. You can do it before 4th as well. But I hope no one is left, right? Come on, guys. I'll give you 1 minute. Very simple question it is. First one you can easily find. You can easily find the first one. We all know that P of A plus P of A complement is equal to 1. Chalo. Are you done? Let's see. First one is very simple. P of A does not occur. A does not occur means A complement. So P of A complement is 1 minus P of A. That is 1 minus 0.5. It is 0.5. Second one is important. Not A and not B. That means not A and not B. I hope you know this. This is A union B, the whole complement. And what is A union B, the whole complement? 1 minus P of A union B. Let's mark it as equation 1. Or should we do it directly? Let's try to do it directly. 1 minus. What is P of A union B? It is P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. That means 1 minus 0.6 it is, right? Which is 0.4 is my answer. Correct? This was important, understanding the language. Let's see the next. Yeah. Let's try to understand the question first. The probability for a contractor to get a road contract is 2 by 3, and to get a building contract is 5 by 9. So let's say probability to get the road contract P of R 2 by 3, probability of getting a building contract 5 by 9. The probability to get at least one contract. Now, what is meant by at least? Let me here tell you the real meaning of A union B. A union B means either A or B or both, which in other words means at least one of them. So at least one of them. That means either A or B or both. That means A union B. So what is he telling here is at least one. At least one का क्या मीनिंग है? At least one, either A or B or both, which means A union B. So P of A union B is 4 by 5. Find the probability that he gets both the contracts. Both the contracts means A B mila, he got the contract A and he got contract B. So very simple, na? Just use, sorry, R union B, right? So there will be R union B. Yeah. So just use the formula. What is the addition formula? P of R union B is equals to P of R plus P of B minus P of R intersection B. Correct? So what is P of R union B is 4 by 5 is equals to 2 by 3 plus 5 by 9 minus P of R intersection B. So if I take LCM here, 9, na? So 3 to the 6, 6 plus 5, 11 by 9, 4 by 5, minus P of R intersection B. So P of R intersection B will be equal to 11 by 9 minus 4 by 5. Correct, guys? Which is 55 minus 9 4 the 36 by 45, which is 19 by 45. Correct? I hope it is clear. Chalo. Let's see what we have next. Next is the conditional probability. What is meant by conditional probability? Conditional probability means, if I explain in very simple language, the probability of an event is dependent on another event. The probability of an event is dependent on another event. Such probabilities are called conditional probabilities, and such events are called dependent events. So what will be independent events, guys? Independent events means the probability of one event is not dependent on the other event. That means both the events are independent as well as both the probabilities are independent. Correct? So conditional probability is basically meaning dependent probability. Now let's see some standard notations, guys. So what is meant by conditional event? A and B are two events such that the happening of B is after the happening of A. That means event A has occurred and now event B is occurring. Then this is denoted by B slash A. What is why A came after slash? Because A has already happened and now B is happening. And since B is dependent on A, we write it as B slash A. There are many ways to read this. Many of them read it as B given that A. B given that A has already occurred. Right? This is the most simplest way. Or we can say B is dependent on A. Right? Such event is called conditional event. And you can see B given A. It is read as. Let's see next. So for this event, we have to study about B with reference to A because B is dependent on A. So let me tell you a very simple thing. Every event is dependent on its sample space. So you will say that every event is dependent event. Yes, but since it is dependent event on sample space, we do not specify it every time. Let me tell you ki the point, if I take coordinate geometry, I say the point is 1 comma 2. Then we already know that this point is with respect to the origin. That means 1 and 2. So I'll get this point. So we never say 1 comma 2 with respect to origin, right? So that way we never say the probability with respect to sample space. It is by default understood. But in case where probability is not with respect to sample space, it is with respect to another event, then our new sample space will be this event. And the uh, number of possible ways of B happening will be A intersection B. So we get the formula very easily as P of B given A is N of A intersection B upon N of A, because this is the new sample space and this is the new event. Correct? Only the things which are common in A and B will be taken, which is meaning of A intersection B. Let's see what is meant by independent events. As you can read it, two or more events are such that if one of the event happens or does not happen, it does not change the fact or it does not change the probability of another event. That means, let's say we have two events A and B. Event A in no way disturbs the probability of event B, which was the case in conditional probability. So if such is the case, that means the probability of B does not depend on A. Then those events are called independent events. And obviously, events which are not independent are dependent because there will be only two types of events. One is independent, one is dependent. Similar to set and its complement. Next note. If A and B are independent events, that means there is no meaning of writing A given B. A and B are independent events. That means A does not depend on B. That means there is no meaning or of writing A given B. That is probability of A given that B. But since probability of A does not depend on B, we have does not write it as A given B. Or in cases where it is given A given B, that reduces to only A. Because now A is not dependent on B. Remember, we used to write it like this because A was dependent on B. Now, since A is not dependent on B, we can write it simply A. No need to write A upon or given B, right? And same is for B. Let's see what we have next. So, P of A given B will be equal to P of A. What was the formula for P of A given B? It was P of A intersection B upon P of B. This means P of A intersection B upon P of B is equals to P of A. If we cross multiply, we'll get P of A intersection B is equals to P of A into P of B. When can we use this? When A and B are independent events. A and B are independent events. This can be generalized. If we have three events which are independent, what happens is A intersection B just multiply the probabilities. So A intersection B intersection C. Just multiply those probabilities. P of A into P of B into P of C. So simple. Just multiply the probability. Let's look at some questions now, guys. Please read the question carefully. The question says a box contains 4 defective and 6 good bulbs. Okay, that means the box has 10 bulbs, out of which 4 are defective and 6 are good bulbs. 2 bulbs are drawn. This is the experiment performed. Correct? So out of 10, 2 bulbs are drawn. So what is N of S? 10C2, which is I think 45, right? Is this correct? Without replacement. Here comes the language part. Why did I rub that? See here, guys. Understand? Drawing out 2 bulbs at a time is different from drawing out one bulb one after another. Let me repeat myself. Drawing out 2 bulbs at a time is different from drawing out a bulb one after another. Because drawing out 2 bulbs, we put the hand in the bag and got out 2 bulbs. That is the meaning of 10C2. But here they is saying without replacement. That means I got one bulb, kept it aside, and again I got another bulb. I hope it is clear. So, when I first got the bulb, there were 10 bulbs. So, I had 10C1 choice. After that, I put that bulb outside the bag without replacement. So, there will be 9 bulbs left, guys. And after the 9 bulbs, I again drew out one. So, it will be 9C1. So, basically, this is 10 into 9, which is 90, which was different from 10C2. I hope you can understand it. Language. Find the product of both bulbs are good. So if both bulbs are good, then my N of event A will be the first bulb drawn is from 6. That will be 6C1. This is a good bulb. After I drew out that bulb, remember I put it aside. There will be 5 good bulbs left. I want another one from the 5 good bulbs. That means 6 into 5, which is 30. So what is the probability, guys? Very simple. 30 upon 90, which is 1 by 3. Please don't make a mistake of writing N of S as 10C2 because we did not draw the bulbs, two bulbs simultaneously. We drew the one bulb, put it aside, and then again draw the one bulb. So that probability comes to 90. Sorry, that possibility number of events N of S comes to 90. Right, guys? Let's see next example. Now, I'll give you 2 minutes, two whole complete minutes for you to solve this example. Please try, guys. It is important that you think in the questions of probability, not just listen and listen and listen, and I keep solving. Otherwise, you won't develop your brain to think how to think questions on probability. Come on, guys. Hmm. Come on, guys. Did you all get it? Oh, did you all get it? Uh, okay. Come on. If one card is drawn at random from a pack of cards, so the event is one card is drawn. So N of S is 52 C1. This is 50. Then show that getting an ace. So let's say N of A getting an ace. There are 4 aces. 4 and N of B is getting a heart. There are 13 hearts, which is 13. We have to show that A and B are independent events. How to show that? If A and B are independent events, that means P of A intersection B will be equals to P of A into P of B. You have to show this. Correct? First, let us find P of A and P of B. What will be P of A? N of A upon N of B, which is 1 by 30. What is P of B? N of A upon N of D, which is 1 by 4. Let us get A intersection B. What is A intersection B? Getting Ace and getting heart together. That means we want Ace and we want heart. So how many aces are there in heart? Only one. So 13C1. Sorry. How 13 1C1, which is 1. N of A intersection B is 1. So P of A intersection B will be 1 by 52. This is the LHS. What is the RHS? P of A into P of B. Multiply these two guys. 1 by 52. This is RHS. LHS equals to RHS. Hence, proved. So simple. Correct? Chalo. Please mind me, many of the students get confused in language. That's why probability question, the main game is of language. If you understand the language, you understand the question. Let's see this. Try to read the question first, guys. In a shooting test, let's say probability if all of them fire the target, find out that they only one of them hits the target. That means if all three of them fire together, only one of them hits. So what are the possibilities? First one is, let's say suppose A hits. That means B will not hit, C will not hit. I hope you're understanding this. All three of them shoots, but only A gets to hit. Sorry, A hits, B and C does not hit. Similarly, let's say B hits, so A and C will not hit. And lastly, C hits, so A and B will not hit. Now, hitting the targets are. So we can say that the probability of A, B, C hitting the targets are independent. Why? Because it does not matter whether A hits or not to B. It does not matter to B whether A hits or not. That means B is independent of A. We can multiply. What is this? P of A into P of B into P of C complement and so on. What is P of A? 1 by 2. P of B is 2 by 3. So P of B complement 1 by 3. P of C is 3 by 4. P of C complement 1 by plus. Let's look at this. P of A complement into P of B into P of C complement. P of A complement into P of B complement into P of C. So let's multiply this. 4 threes are 12 to the 24. I'll get 1 by 24 plus 2 by 24 plus 3 by 24, 6 by 24, 1 by 4. Next, at least one of them hits. So at least one of them hits means either A hits, either B hits, either C hits. Or AB hits, C does not hit, BC hits, A does not hit, AC hits, B does not hit. Or all three of them hit. So many cases. Instead, we can write it as 1 minus probability nobody hits is basically equals to probability of at least one of them hit. Right? So instead of finding this, we will find this. So that means P of A does not hit, B does not hit, C does not hit. That is basically independent events, right? So 1 minus P of A does not hit, P of B does not hit, P of C does not hit. 1 minus P of A does not hit. 1 by 2 into P of B does not hit. 1 by 3 and 1 by 4. 1 by 3 into 1 by 4. So 1 minus 1 by 24, which is 23 by 20. So P of at least one of them hits is basically 23 by 20. Correct, guys? Uh, I hope you understood the question. And I think we'll end the session here. We are left with Bayes theorem. So today, if you did not know, this was the multiplication principle. So we did the two things, the addition principle and the multiplication principle. The last and the most important part is the Bayes theorem. Now, Bayes theorem, as you know, is very important as we focus on JEE mains. It is most frequently asked question from probability. So that we'll be doing tomorrow. I don't want to start the new topic just now when we have 2 minutes left. It's better we end the session. So I hope you will attend tomorrow's lecture very rigorously because there is high probability that Bayes theorem will be asked. So tomorrow we'll be doing Bayes theorem and then we'll be completing probability. So I hope you are all excited for Bayes theorem, and I hope your all AIT exams went good because these exams you must give, must attempt so that it's comparable to JEE level. You know, ki, how am I performing in AIT? So you can judge yourself how will you perform in JEE. So I hope you are attempting AIT 5. I think you did not got the result anyways. I hope you got a good score. Okay, guys. So we'll meet in tomorrow's session. Bye bye.